Most people look at a freshly striped parking lot and see only paint, straight lines, arrows, parking stalls, simple markings on asphalt. But for those who spend their days behind a striping machine, there is a deeper lesson hidden in every line. Because life is a lot like line striping. Imagine standing on a freshly paved surface. Nothing is marked. No direction. No organization. No guidance. Just an empty space waiting for purpose. In many ways, that's how life begins. We are born into a world full of possibilities, but with no clear path already painted for us. We don't know where we're going. We don't know who we'll become. We simply stand at the starting point, and then, little by little, we begin laying down our first lines. The choices we make, the habits we build, the people we surround ourselves with. Every decision becomes a stripe on the pavement of our lives. Some lines are painted carefully, others are rushed. Some lead us exactly where we need to go. Others teach us valuable lessons when we drift off course. When a professional line striper begins a project, they don't just start spraying paint randomly. They have a plan, a layout, a vision for what the finished project should look like. Without that vision, even the straightest line serves no purpose. Life works the same way. Many people spend years moving, working, and staying busy. But movement isn't always direction. A person can be running fast and still be headed nowhere. Purpose is what gives meaning to motion. Direction is what transforms effort into progress. Just as a parking lot needs a layout before it receives paint, our lives need goals before our actions can truly take us somewhere worthwhile. But here's something every line striper knows. Painting a straight line is harder than it looks. From a distance, people admire the finished result. But they don't see the preparation, they don't see the measurements, the adjustments, the corrections, the focus required to stay on course. Life is no different. People often look at successful individuals and think their path was perfectly straight. But that's rarely the truth. Behind every achievement are countless moments of uncertainty, moments of doubt, moments when the line almost drifted off track. The difference is they kept moving forward. They kept making corrections. They kept their eyes on the destination instead of becoming discouraged by small imperfections. A straight life isn't a perfect life. It's a life committed to continual correction. There will be times when storms come. Every line striper understands this reality. No matter how perfectly a line is painted today, the sun, rain, traffic, and time will eventually begin wearing it down. Bright paint slowly fades. Sharp edges become less defined. The path becomes harder to see. Life follows the same pattern. Disappointments happen. Failures happen. Heartbreak happens. Dreams get delayed. Confidence weakens. Motivation fades. The direction that once seemed obvious can become difficult to recognize. Many people believe this fading means they have failed. But fading is not failure. Fading is part of the process. Every painted line eventually fades. Every person eventually faces challenges. The question isn't whether the line will fade. The question is what you'll do when it does. This is where the most important lesson of line striping begins. When a parking lot's markings become difficult to see, the owner has a choice. They can ignore it. They can let confusion grow. They can allow drivers to guess where they should go, or they can restrip it. They can restore clarity. They can make the path visible again. Life gives us that same choice. When our goals become blurry, when our motivation weakens, when our confidence fades, we can either let the confusion remain, or we can repaint the lines. We can reconnect with our purpose. We can rebuild our discipline. We can redefine our goals. We can choose to become clear again. Because clarity is rarely something we find. It's something we create. Every line painted on asphalt serves a purpose greater than itself. It creates safety, order, direction. It helps thousands of people reach their destination. In the same way, your life is not only about you. The example you set becomes guidance for others. Your perseverance inspires someone who feels like giving up. Your courage gives someone else permission to be brave. Your consistency creates stability for your family, friends, and community. You may not realize it, but someone is watching the lines you're painting. Someone is learning from the path you're creating. Someone is gaining hope because you chose not to quit. There is another lesson hidden in line striping. A line doesn't need to be flashy to be valuable. It doesn't need attention. It doesn't need applause. It simply needs to do its job. Many of life's greatest achievements happen quietly, showing up every day. Keeping your promises, doing the right thing when nobody is watching, being dependable, being honest, being disciplined. These actions may not attract headlines, but they create a foundation strong enough to support an extraordinary life. Just like the best striping jobs are often unnoticed because they simply work, the most impactful lives are often built through quiet consistency. As you move through life, there will be moments when the road ahead seems uncertain, moments when your direction feels unclear, moments when the paint appears faded and worn. When those moments come, remember this: life is like line striping. It was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to provide direction. And when that direction begins to fade, it is our choice whether we leave it that way. We can surrender to confusion, or we can pick up the paint once more. We can repaint our goals, repaint our vision, repaint our purpose, repaint our belief in ourselves. Because no matter how faded the lines become, they can always be renewed. So today, take a moment and look at the path you're creating. Are your lines clear? Do they lead somewhere meaningful? Are they guiding you toward the person you want to become? And if they've faded, if life has worn them down, if challenges have made the way harder to see, remember this: you are not stuck. You are not finished. You are not defined by faded paint. You are the one holding the striping machine. You are the one creating the path. You are the one choosing the direction. And every day that you wake up, you have another opportunity to repaint the lines of your life. Make them bold, make them clear, make them purposeful, because somewhere ahead is the destination you've been working toward, and the path becomes easier to follow when you're willing to keep painting it. Life is like line striping, straight and with direction, and when it fades, it's our choice whether we make that path clear and easy to follow once again. The choice is yours. Pick up the paint and keep moving forward.